I've played it a few times off stream with a couple of different builds, but honestly, I've not liked any of the builds, so I've just been working on my own. There's probably very similar to everybody else's list. There really can't be that much difference in them. Like, you have the finite amount of cards. About the only decision trees were whether you want to play Deep Root Waters, if you want to play more than 4 1-drops, and how many Branch Walkers, if any, you want to play. And quite frankly, I wasn't exactly sure which, so with this build, I'm just trying a couple of all of them. Also find Unsummon to be better than both Blossoming Defense and Spell Pierce. I've tried builds with both of those, but I like having this extra protection versus Scarab God and to mess up races while being able to save your own cards. But that's why we chose to go with the 4 Unsummons, and we get to play with sweet white-bordered ones, so like, that's always helpful. I'm not sold on these Branch Walkers. Like, I kind of feel like these Branch Walkers should just be another Mistcloaked, another Pioneer, and another Chimera. But enough other builds had played them that I thought that warranted trying. I just have a strong feeling I'm not going to like this card. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just shouldn't play these extra 1-drops. I'm pretty sure either one of these is wrong. Still a little sick today, so pretty happy. Ooh, MTGO bots up and at 'em. We will play first, and we have a very solid hand. We'll keep it, of course. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. We're going to keep this hand, my friends. I don't know why I just quoted Mr. Ed. Hey, Tyler, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well this morning. Sup, Jordan? By Jordan, I think that's Christian, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, seems like it's party time. We'll call Vampire with this Metallic Mimic because I've been playing Edgar too much and I'm just not going to think of, oh god, no. No, no, please, no. So you probably shouldn't have a Fatal Push because you shouldn't let a deck that could have Spell Pierce or Blossoming Defense untap, but that's okay. The problem with this is just Winding Constrictor / Walking Bliss are such massive threats versus a deck like this. Yeah, it's just another little sneaky snake right there, already causing problems. So we could try to go super wide, or we could just slam the Pioneer. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do. Pioneer doesn't seem like it does much. I'm just going to play the Deep Root Waters. Probably highly regret this, but I feel like I'm already super far behind, so. Like, I really feel like just if he has a Walking Ballista, we probably are in a super tight spot already. Well, don't actually care about that at least. So any 2-drop would be pretty positive right now. That's not a 2-drop, my friends. Guess I'm just going to play this one then. Since we're probably not attacking this turn anyway. But that could be very wrong. Because, as you can see, we're super far behind. They just went bigger than us, quicker than us, so we don't even have enough time to really go wide. Like any removal spell at all right now is really good versus us. Oh, and there's a walking bliss on top of the library, so that pretty much does it. Kind of an interesting attack. Guess that means he has a blossoming defense. Cool. The 6th land, always fun. Well, we're going to do our best to get big enough to matter, but you just really don't beat this card when it can get cast on 2 and ignored. Just tap one of those. Probably has a Viridus Gearhulk or something. So it's like big enough now that he can kill this, and keep it alive, which is just insane. Another one of these isn't going to do us any good. Alright, so this game's over now. We now no longer have any outs. That's just odd. We now no longer have any outs this game. Alright, this thing's just going to do too much damage for the rest of the game. It's kind of an odd attack. It's just in case he has a blossoming defense, we'll get them all in front of it, but sure. So he has to have a blossoming defense too. Okay, yeah. Hey, Sparrow, what's up, man? And another land. That'll be that. What do we have for our sideboard? This is a card that can like kind of go over the top in a match like this. We don't want that. We don't want that. I guess we don't want these. We don't want these. SS Scatters do some things. I really only want them for like walking ballistas and snake stows, so that kind of like makes them. Where'd my there it goes. That kind of like makes them in a weird spot. I think this card's okay. Not super sure how good it is, but I think it's okay. Actually, don't think that the unsummons are particularly good here. I just don't really want these branch walkers either, but maybe I'm just too prejudiced against the card. I have like so many X1s versus the Ballista deck though, so that kind of has to be not where we want. This is kind of a nightmare match though. Oh, cool. We'll flood out massively last game. Why get lands this game? Alright, we'll keep it, but I don't think it's any good. It's kind of cute, but it's just not going to do anything. Then trying some Bant GPG, discarding Honored Hydras. That card is definitely sweet. Didn't we just put this on bottom? Thank you, Moto. Appreciate this card. Yeah, if he doesn't have a Fatal Push, this isn't the worst. I've not tried many GFG decks this season. Not tried any at all, to be honest. Stop moving my stuff, Moto. Well, he doesn't seem to have a removal spell. So if he doesn't have a removal spell, this hand's obviously great, but like, his deck's nearly mono removal, so you would have thought he would have had a removal spell. And there we go, there's one. Oh wow, he put that in the graveyard? I guess it's maybe it's too slow here? Hmm. I think I'm just gonna play this. Just so he can't block this turn profitably. He's just a chump block this turn. So this hand worked out a lot better than I thought it did, but then again, he's only played one spell in 3 turns so far. So he's gotta like kill 2 of our guys now, or like kill a guy and block a guy. It's not the easiest thing to do. That certainly doesn't do anything. Yeah. Alright, so he can block a bunch of things. So he like blocks here, shoots this, so these 2 will die. He's going to end up taking 5 damage, going down to 1, but we still have 2 Merfolk and an Essence Scatter. Nothing we can do other than that, though. So we turn off the second green like this even, which is kind of cool. Oh wow, I thought we were going to lose another one of these. I'm just bad at math. For some reason, I thought this was going to be a 3-3. Man, I got crushed by 100 Hydra in the last paper draft I played. It beat me to death. I thought my deck was really good too, but there's just nothing I could do versus that. Alright, well, Essence Scatter showed us how good of a card it was. I think Essence Scatter's less good on the draw than it was on the play because he gets the snake and stuff down beforehand. I think I'm just going to sideboard these out on the draw. Let's sideboard one of these out too. I don't think none summons are super good in this match, but like I said, I think this match is really, really bad. And I feel like we got super lucky they didn't have a Fatal Push that game. Like, if he just went Fatal Push into 2-drop, I'm pretty sure we lose that game. Would you like to kill my 1-1 with your great, great removal spell, friend? Alright, so he may not have another Fatal Push, which is good. Alright, do we bash for 2? Or do we just draw a card? I feel like we just draw a card. Let's show him the other Silvergale Adept. Ooh! He doesn't get a Walking Ballista. This could be a game winner. Potentially. Is this Jade Light going to get double spell 3 games in a row? Nope. It did not. It just got best spell. Ah, well. Think I'm just going to play the Mistbinder. Pretty sure I'm going to offer this trade as well. He did not accept that trade because he is just going to kill the Mistbinder, I guess. Oh, wow. Maybe he's just going to race us. It's kind of an odd play. Maybe he drew a Fatal Push, who knows. He double spelled this all 3 games. Yeah, it about had to be a fatal push. That was the only thing that super made sense. Maybe we were supposed to sideboard these out. They just seem slow. I guess we put it on the one that can attack this turn. And we get wrecked next turn because he will have up to 8 mana for that walking ballista. That pretty much kills 4 of our creatures and leaves us with a 2/2. Not winning a game that happens. Didn't really have any way to play around it, though. Maybe we could use the Silvergale Adept first and the bounce to Rishkar, but I don't think that wins very many games either. He just got 2. So you have another removal spell? Another removal spell's lethal. If he's got a fatal push, I guess we're just not dead, but I don't know how we win. We're not dead. Guess we have to block. Maybe we draw a 1-drop or something? It's not a 1-drop. Don't think we have an out. Definitely dead to another walking ballista. Probably dead to... Definitely dead to any removal spell. Alright, we're dead. This card's just that good versus these decks. Maybe this should be in the sideboard and they should just be more Merfolk. Like both games that I drew it, I didn't want it, but then again, I don't think a Merfolk would have changed anything out of those games. So like if we cut these, they would have most likely be another Chimera and like a Herald. Maybe if it was the Chimera out of those games, it could have did something. If it was the Herald, it would have done nothing. I have to mulligan again. Alright, I guess we keep. At least they mulliganed as well. Put that on the bottom. So we're playing a deck that's got 10 more creatures than lands, and so far almost every game we're drawing more lands than creatures. Silvergale Adept? That's not a Silvergale Adept. I guess I'd rather play him. I don't want my Mistbinder just to die to a random fatal push. I think it's better than that. That was a pretty good draw. Can't push this one. can't untap and walk to Planks it either. Alright, well, I guess it uses my mana best to play this one. Because we can cast both of these next turn. Could have a third Fatal Push, and that'd be disastrous for me. How do you have 3 Fatal Pushes? Come on, man. It's not even fair. Well, this hand ended up being very good for us. So he's gonna Fatal Push this, I guess? That's 4 Fatal Pushes. You could hear me rage. You could, like, legitimately hear me rage. You wouldn't actually hear me rage. I don't really care. I'm just trying to be funny. I feel like I fail at humor when I'm sick, though. Glenny. Get us our card. Attack for a bunch right now, but I think I'd rather just draw another card. Oh, never mind. He's done. Yeah, I was going to draw another card and just attack for 6. Or maybe, like, see if I hit another Merfolk and then I'd have probably played the Merfolk and drew another card. Alright, so blue-black control. Or it's blue-black chart. Don't really know which. These are the type of match that I want in Summon versus because Scarab God's such a beater. I don't mind this card versus them either. I actually mind a couple negates, but I don't think I want all the negates. I wonder if I want Sanctum, Shaper's Sanctum. They have, like, infinite removal. Probably don't have enough removal, though. Alright, so let's shave one of these, and let's shave these again. I just don't think I should have played the Branch Walkers. If I'm going to sideboard out the Branch Walkers basically 100%, then they shouldn't be in my deck. Alright, opponent's just done. It's kind of weird. Opponent doesn't want to play versus us. I'm sorry, chat. Alright. 2 wins away from a pity chest, I guess. This is a pretty nightmare match for them if they don't have any Reckonings or Expertises whatsoever in their deck, but, like, you can always get a good removal draw into a Scarab God, so I don't think you're supposed to scoop like that. Not real often, anyway. And opponent's trying to get his pity chest, so let's see if we can be the great denier. I think this hand's good enough to keep. It's like real mana heavy, but it is what it is. I don't really want to mulligan something that's got like a even a remotely redeemable curve. And we have we have 19 2-drops or something ridiculous, so like drawing a 2-drop isn't that unlikely. Tap our mana right at least. Oh, great. So I'm just going to assume that every Blooming Marsh deck's a Walking Ballista deck, and these have been close to non-existent, so to get paired versus 2 out of 3 rounds is pretty unlucky. It may not be, though, considering he didn't play anything on turn 2 either. That's fun. Again, you see our deck that's got almost 30% more creatures in it, drawing more than double the lands. Seems to be the type of runs we're going to have today. Spell Pierce main deck. I don't think Spell Pierce is good in anything but aggro control decks. So it kind of makes me wonder exactly what he's playing then. Seems to me like he's just playing like Sultai Snake with Spell Pierce, which I would call interesting. So I can't even play this now. The game's practically over now. You can literally just play this and kill 2 of my things. It doesn't have a land. Maybe we can pull it out. He has no land. He didn't even play. He didn't even play the card I was afraid of. That's when you know you're in a weird spot. Whatever. I'll put that back in his hand. Should have put it in his hand with this on the stack. That was a play mistake. Because now he can tap it for mana. That was just a huge play mistake. That was a huge play mistake. Well, that's not helpful, is it? Then he'll be able to kill 3 things next turn? Guess I have to play it like this then. I'd rather have the 1/1 counter on this than anything else, so I think it's better to do it in this order. That could be very wrong though, because like he can still just kill these. Pretty much it will, and like we're completely out of gas. The fact that he's not even like completely playing on that, he's just playing it for 2, scares me to actual death. Like, he just played it for 3 and killed everything, but he didn't want to. Guess I'm gonna put it on this one. I'm gonna put it on this one. Because I assume he's gonna kill that if I do. Guess I'm gonna put it on this one. Like the one place that the counter seems useful. I still can't attack. Like, I don't want to put it on the speaker and just attack, because, like, he's left blossoming defense up the whole game. I need to draw a Chimera. That's how we get back into this game. Chimera clock. It's not Chimera, but it does let us attack. I'm getting some damage in. I don't really care if he has a removal spell. We're just going to attack for our 6 while we can. If he's got blossoming defense, he's got it. Can't kill this turn, and that's the important part of this. He doesn't have to have a defense, right? Still need this Chimera. We don't have real long to get it either. He's tapping 6 mana, so it's either Veraska or another Walking Ballista. Either of them are absolutely brutal. Kinda sucks to play this, but I really just want the card. So now if he has a Virtus Gearhulk for something like this, we lose our whole board. We're like putting a super close eye on how he's tapping his mana. That's not that bad. If he follows it up with a Rishkar, it's pretty bad, but I could miss. Or no, it could be every Jade Light Ranger that was ever cast today doing exactly 2 spells. It's just pretty darn good. Can't really attack, can't really pass, so the game's just over. Need him to block with this? He's not going to block with that. He's just going to like block here and shoot this. Only take 2. That doesn't get us anywhere? It's like throwing away one of my creatures to do 2 damage? Alright. We're done. I'm not going to beat double Walking Ballista in our X1 dot deck. Still don't think unsummons are particularly good, but maybe they are since he showed us blue mana. Not me. We've got paired versus mono Walking Ballista decks, so it's not done very well today. Like, I just don't think we're ever going to beat these Walking Ballista decks, no matter what we do. In the past, I'd been getting fairly consistent 4-1s with it. This is the first build I've ever played with these Merfolk Branchwalkers, though. And I normally play a more aggressive build in general. I guess this is a keep. This isn't an all-inspiring hand. We don't even have blue mana, but we still have 3 spells we can play. So I think it's on the low end of hands you can keep. I would not expect to win this game with this hand unless they have a very bad draw, but I don't expect to win this game if I mulligan either. Who knows, maybe we'll hit the blue mana. You can see why this deck is a bad match right here, right? Like, they're a Walking Ballista deck, and we literally have 5 things in our hand that Walking Ballista can kill. You get a lot of 2-for-1s and stuff. What is the least good one of these? You're probably the least good one. I assume the first one's just dying the Fatal Push. I think Mimic's a little bit better than Deep Root Elemental, or Elite. Fun times. And we miss our land drop. They need kind of exactly a blue land. This is definitely not a safe stream, Murph. We're just getting crushed by Walking Ballista decks. Fun. He's got double Fatal Push. More removal spells than we draw lands. That's fun. Oh, what a wonderful draw. I played Tokens a couple of rounds. Or a couple of events. I don't think Tokens is good. Like, I know he's like 6-1 versus red deck wins, but like I still don't even think it beats red deck wins consistently. I think he's just running hotter in the sun right now. That's fine. He's clearly a better player to me, and his build's very different, so I'm probably just wrong. If this is a Walking Ballista, which it is because he's paying X, we're just going to scoop. Alright. Good game. Hopefully our next 2 rounds will be versus opponents that we have some chance versus. We're just never going to beat a Ballista deck. It's probably a bad idea for me to play Merfolk the day after Paul Rizzo gets a 5-0 with a Ballista deck. Come on, a deck. How do you flood out some games and then, like, these other games you just give us these draws? I guess I have to keep that. What deck are you on right now? Guess I'm just gonna play this one. No idea why Moto's doing Moto things. It's actually another spell for the Deep Root Water. I'm actually going to leave it on top because we can double spell the turn after we play the Deep Root. Oh, you're on his red deck? Yeah, actually, I still think it's good. I assumed our opponent was on a different deck than he is as well. So we're like crossing our hands and screaming no magma spray at the top of our lungs. Don't have it. You could have Fatal Push. Fatal Push doesn't bother me too bad. Magma spray is the one that would bother me. They could be. I wonder if OVC still use them. I don't have any idea. So that's kind of good for us. But like, it's still like really bad for us. But this is why we kept this cloak, even though it looks kind of weird. Go ahead and make him a 2/2. Trying to get him out of Chandra range little by little. I wonder if he was just testing it or if he's actually on it, you know? Like screaming no Chandra at the top of our lungs, and he taps double red. Well, that's fun. So it's like, he has basically the dream drop, and he gets to tick up and use a removal spell. How good is that? You guys literally watch me stream. You can count how often I do things like this. Oh, he didn't have the removal spell. I'll just stop winding down. I was going to say, you literally can count how often I do things like that on my stream. Next to none. I guess I'd rather play this one. Let's think about this for a second. I would rather play this one because I want the second trigger to make these big enough that the Whirl of Virtuoso doesn't kill them. Go ahead and use you on you. About butchered that, by the way. Use you on you. And kill Chandra. Still not in that great a shape now, though, because we've put ourselves in a situation where, like, Scarab God is going to be amazing. But, like, these are winnable matches. Figurine familiar, yeah. As familiar with that. So, if we pop that, we guarantee kill Chandra. Don't really like wasting that on a Thopter, because I'd rather have it on a Scarab God, but like, guaranteed killing Chandra feels to me like it's worth it. It may not be worth it, I could be entirely wrong, but it kind of like feels like it's worth it. You can't kill one of my little merfolk and keep his dude around, though. He chose not to even kill one of our 1/1 merfolk. Like, it was free to kill a merfolk there. I'm not sure why he didn't. Maybe he's just got a Wrath of God of some kind and it doesn't even matter? Who knows? Get the merfolk there. We'll put one here. I guess we'll put one here because I'm trying to get them big enough to... be prevented from the World of Virtuoso killing them? Like the goes just to protect from World of Virtuoso? I'm not going to put the last one on the Herald itself because I'm too worried about just like Veraska's Contempt or something. I think it was. I think it seemed like it was definitely a small punt. We've had an excellent hand this game. Hour of Dev, one-time dealer. You shush, Murph. You just shush. I think our opponent's conceded. Alright, so they're probably the Scarabish deck, which means they have a million removal spells. Let's try a couple of these with them. Yeah, I just should not have put these Branch Walkers in this deck, considering I plan on sideboarding them out every game. Could bring in Negate, I guess, in case he does have sweepers. 3 Bomos with 11 cards. I tapped out. Yeah, that tap out sounds questionable. I like having a couple unsummons just in case he does resolve a Scarab God. Unsummons can also protect key Merfolk as well, but I don't want them all. Deep Waters might not be great in this match, actually. But I want to give them a try. I want to give them a try. So far we've lost to two, oh god, I can't even think of what the card's called. What is the green-black land called? I couldn't tell you. I cannot think what the green-black land's called. I have to mulligan. Why can I not? Botanical Sanctum's the blue-green. Alright, we'll keep this hand. Why in the world can I not think of the other one? I think we'll go ahead and put that one on bottom. There you go, Blooming Marsh. Thank you. I was sitting here getting aggravated that I could not think of that. Just gonna go ahead and slam this guy. I want all the value. In before we draw a million cards and potentially still lose. Pretty happy we dipped that one card now. Especially since we don't have another land yet, even. Come on, deck. You will provide us with a land. I demand it. I demand it so you will land us. There's a good chance this gets counterspelled and I get frustrated. Not frustrated at all because this is getting counterspelled. Frustrated all because obviously I'm going to miss a land drop. Because why would I not flood out more than half our games today? Like, why can't I get a remotely consistent land draw, basically? Hey, Helen E. Wow, thank you for the sub. That was unexpected. Appreciate it so much. Come to watch the losing stream today? I do. I really do, though. I do appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much, man. Or, not man. I guess I shouldn't gender assume. That's wrong of me. So now I just kind of want to hold this up because if he plays Scarab next turn, the game's over. I don't know if we can hold things up. That's totally unexpected. Thank you so much. What type of decks do you typically like to see? How do you not know that as often as you're here, Murph? We even have this cool moat, which is what we are this game. Searsy Rip. Because that is what we are this game. Alright, you got me. Well, that's one way to play around Shaper Sanctum, just counterspell everything we play. I hate you so much, Murph. I hate you so much. That's hilarious. Do it. Do it. Don't play that. I guess I have to counterspell that. We're far enough behind it, that just kills us. I like to approach. No, I've not really tried that, or not thought about that too much, because I still hate the mana from playing the 3-color base. Like, I think the mana's exceedingly bad when you play that many colors. And I don't think there's a whole lot of Lost Legacies in the format. There's some, but it doesn't seem to be a lot. Alright. The opponent found a way to play around all of our good spells. I'm still a pretty big fan of the blue-white build, but based on the aggro in the format, I'm thinking about moving up to Baffling In now. Don't do it, opponent. Don't do it. Don't you play Scarab God. I don't even care too much if he kills everything. Scarab God would be the brutal one. Probably just going to draw a card if he doesn't counterspell this. Or kill something. Sure. Well, yes. I did not know that was a May. Right on time, Deep Root Waters. Right on time. I'm still going to keep attacking. It's down to 2 cards in hand, but like, unfortunately, he gets to draw another card here, draw a card for his turn, and we are to the point of the game now where like Scarab just wins. Maybe Deep Root Waters isn't good enough if he's going to run that many counters. I could totally see that. Like now, even Gearhulk's pretty brutal versus us. I assume this one gets counterspelled if he does have a Gearhulk. Which he's acting to me like he has a Gearhulk. My sweet magic online read. He's got a Gearhulk. If he's got a Gearhulk, we're just dead, right? Alright, no Gearhulk. I was just wrong. What was the Emrakul? Oh wow. No, no opponent. No, not a Glory Bringer. What? What? Well, that changes things. What is there out now? How'd you like Mono Red when you tried it? Blue Black Control, Grixis mid range, Blue White approach. The toolbox decks are kind of cool. I can't deny that. Let's get that thing in his hand. If he's got a hard counter spell, we're just dead. But then again, if he had a hard counter spell for the Essence Scatter, we were just dead too. So it didn't really seem like there was any downside to letting him draw or whatever. I think Mono Red's really strong right now. Not 100% sure what our outs are. Maybe unsummon into if he has nothing, the second unsummon might be good enough. Yeah, our good friend Matt's been playing tokens. He likes it a lot. Well, I think Mono Red was actually the best deck in the format, even with energy there. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, but I believe the Wizards release stats agreed with that point. But yeah, just it seems like every other deck got a lot weaker, while Mono Red got a lot stronger. Not stronger, like that's not the right word, but the mana bases got a lot worse, and like we can really punish bad mana bases. So the Lord could win. He's got one card in his hand, so if we draw the Lord, we win. We know it's a Glory Bringer, the card in his hand. Alright, one out to the Lord. Can we do it? We did not do it. We just lost. Definitely just lost, didn't we? No way to put a counter on that. So he plays the dude, kills that, then we can double block that. If we had an unsummon, we're not dead. There's a lot of these plays that say we're not dead, but I'm trying to find a play that lets us win, and I'm failing to find that. Got a lot of people in here right now. He's just been playing black-white, or white-black. Take care, Gangsboro. Well, the problem with that is I'm pretty sure he's just going to exert this, so we won't be able to double block. We'll just be dead. If he doesn't exert this, that's a play we can make. Oh, wow. All right. So, never mind. One out. One out in the deck. I assumed he would just exert this. We were dead on board to exert. He tapped GG. Like, the game's not over. We can still hit an unsummon unless he hit a counterspell. Yeah. We're dead. Like, we wasn't dead. We still had an out. So, what do we want to try for game 3? I still feel like this is a good card in this match, even though it didn't perform well then. Maybe the deep roots aren't good enough. Yeah, I'm just not getting rid of any of those. So like some unsummons and stuff. Maybe I just want more unsummons over the deep roots. Maybe I don't want the sanctums. I don't think I want those on the draw or on the play. Just gonna try to be more aggressive, I think. It could be. I've struggled with it when I played versus Red, but maybe I need to try his build. Like maybe I just need to try his build. Ugh, this hand is atrocious. Can we mulligan this hand? Feels like a couple removal spells just kill this hand. I'm gonna keep it. There's a good chance I shouldn't have kept it and I'm just being blinded by the mana troubles we've had today. You put it on top, so that's very likely a bad sign as well. Guess we're going to lead with this one. It seems like the least good one we have. If he doesn't kill it during his main phase, we can save it for an unsummon if we feel like it. It's just kind of cool. He'll probably kill it if he actually has their spell. Alright, I'm going to try to protect our stuff with the unsummon. That's why we're choosing to make this play. I don't know if I think that's good enough to protect. It's like pretty good here, but I don't think it's that good. Like, really just want to like him tap out and play something, I don't know. Not a removal spell. Rip. That's disappointing. Well, that's disappointing. Nothing's working out like I want it to. Where's the Shaper Sanctum, the game that we needed? Where's our little green enchantment at now? Oh, is that the one that has Ascend? Is that the card you're talking about? This is Chandra. I literally just put my hand in my head. Her head in my hands, because like we're not beating Chandra. I guess we'll save our dude then. Because we kind of need to hold Essence Scatter up next turn, so like we really need to draw a land. Yeah. I've actually not saw those lists at all. So we have Essence Scatter still. I guess that's a thing. He's only got 3 cards in his hand, so like maybe somewhere. I would have felt this match would have been good for us. Of course, we did only draw. Maybe I'm sideboarding it wrong. I'm not sure. Definitely killing that. Could just be sideboarding it very wrong. Right, well, if we play this one, we play around Sweltering Sun, which we've already saw. Wonder if playing around Sweltering Suns is worth it since we've saw it. I don't know if this is right. I could have played the Pioneer and put the Deep Root up to a 3/3, but like I don't want to lose everything to a Swelter. And we saw him cycle a Sweltering Sun, so we know he's playing them. Of course, if he just has Chandra, that's pretty bad. So next turn, I guess we try to make Chimera out of Glorybringer range. Potentially. I guess we have to play this one and just let the chips fall where they fall. I think there's a good chance this gets counterspelled. I don't think that's worth saving. I would rather have done summon to like protect from a Glorybringer or a Scarab. He's a 17 life though, and we're going on to turn 7. That seems like not a place that we're going to get much traction. I will save this one, however. It's the same amount of power on the board. And now we don't have to worry about this thing just dying to Glorybringer. It's a little worse versus Swelter, but I don't want to just throw this thing away to a Glory. He's a Supreme Will deck, so I guess we'll go ahead and play the land. I'll draw a card here if it resolves. He's got another Contempt. Sure. Really happy we drew the card then. Right on time, Shaper Sanctuary. Right on time after our opponents played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. You could want the 6 mana over for overdraw? I'm confused what you're saying. I'm sorry, I don't quite understand what you're saying. Why did I play to land? Oh, why did he play to land? Okay, yeah, sure. I see what you're saying now. He played to land. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and get value out of one of these while we can. We're hellbent too, so it doesn't matter that I actually tapped the island. Yeah, I get it now. He swears that he's the guy in question, or not the guy in question, but what am I trying to say? Matt swears that settle's just better, which it could be. I'm not saying he's wrong. All right, well, one of these at some point he's just going to draw a torrential gearhulk, and I'm going to cry. If not, we're going to get real lucky. If we win this game, I don't actually know how. Alright. Lots of things could give him extra draw steps here. Swelter to Suns gives him an extra draw step. Vraska's Contempt gives him an extra draw step. Whirler Virtuoso just beats the board. And we'll draw another land. Our 10 land and 21 cards in our 22 land deck is not doing it for us right now. The Little Miss Vine, the Little Miss Cloak Herald that could? Question mark. Does this Little Miss Cloak Herald get there? No, he's gonna tap mana, I think. Ooh, ooh, I had F6 pressed! No, I had F6 pressed, guys. But that's fine. I had F6 pressed. Oh, wow. I could have saved our little dude. I don't know if I would have, but I didn't even give myself the opportunity to. Which is where the problem was there. I don't know that I would have saved it. I don't know that it was a punt, like I said, but I don't know that I 100% would have saved it, but I should have at least thought about it, right? So we get to draw a card if he kills something? And he didn't kill something, so our unsummon actually lets us win. Alright. He didn't want us to draw a card with the Shaper Sanction. I can understand that. But he's hellbent, so we're just going to bounce the bounce one of his blockers and win here. Didn't expect to win this game. I definitely didn't expect to win it after this draw step. Like I thought we were dead, then I thought we had won, and then he supremed will into this, and I thought we were dead again. It's kind of like just super odd. The third unsummon in our top 25 cards gets us there, though. Unfortunately, our opponent does not get his PD chest, but we do get the opportunity to play for ours. Will we get our PD chest, or won't we? So far tonight, we've beat the 2 Drowned Catacomb decks, and we've lost to the 2 Blossoming Defense decks. That is very likely true. I would have 100% cycled it. Well, Uh, these hands all look so bad when they don't have a one drop. All right, we'll keep. That was not a slow row. How was that a slow row? I guess I could have played it before he made the dude. Okay, I'll admit it was a slow row. I wasn't thinking about it being a slow row, though. This hand looks real bad to me. I'm up to 7 one drops, and I feel like every hand that doesn't have a one drop just looks miserable. I guess I'm going to play the Mimic. Probably done after this league. I'm unfortunately still sick. I'm apparently never going to feel good again as long as I live. I'm just cursed to always feel bad at this point. We have a bunch of unsummons. Guess we'll put this in our hands since we don't really have anything else. What's up, Coat? If I didn't have 10 million unsummons, I probably wouldn't do that. Alright, we'll keep you. Thanks, Helen. I appreciate it. I don't know why I can't get better. It's starting to get frustrating. It's looking like it so far. It's probably a Pia. Oh no, it's little Gids. How dare they? How dare they, little Gids us? How many times can we click Merfolk? Whee! So this thing's probably going to die. Looks like sending a message, folks. Nah, I'm not really sending a message, but I could. I am not speculating on anything currently. I bought some dinosaurs, and like they didn't really pan out. Like I didn't lose money, but I certainly didn't make money. I think our opponent might be on like maybe that. He's either on Mardu vehicles with a bad draw, or he's probably on like Firebird's Invocations. But no, I'm not specking on anything at the moment. I bought some like Death Gorge Scavengers and some Regisaurs and crap like that. You know, like for pennies on the dollar. When right before the energy ban, they didn't really do anything. I think the Death Gorgers went up like 40 cents or something like that, but not enough for me to sell. Well, is he just is he like I got settled wreckage, get over it, fam? Is that what this is? Is that a I've got settled wreckage, screw you, buddy? Well, you don't even save one of our guys. guess I would rather replay this one. But if we just attack with this one, then like a braids kill it too? Whatever. You got me. I understand. Give me my card back. Yeah, it looks like it's the Firebird deck. Then we get thrashed by Fumigate. We drew 3 creatures in our 32 creature deck again. Just drawing more lands than creatures every game is getting to me. Oh, it's a Chandra. Hot dang. Oh crap, we got all sorts of follows today and I didn't notice. Thank you for following Howlin, Ninja Takio, and Gainsborough. I appreciate it. I saw the Hallian sub and I thanked him for it, but I didn't see that other sweet thing. This is disappointing. I can't kill them both. Fine, I'll play this thing. And I guess I'm going to attack this one, even though this card's pretty annoying. I think it's kind of good that I didn't have 2 forests there, because if I had 2 forests, I might not have paid attention and attacked with the Branch Walker too. And that wouldn't have worked out. That wouldn't have worked out at all. I don't want to read you. Oh, this is discard a card, draw 2. Get some artifacts. How many do you get? You get 2 artifacts. So he's got his mana for next turn either way then. And he hit a land. Alright, so things are going from bad to bad. Things are going from bad to bad. So I have to attack everything at Gideon and I still can't kill it. One time Merfolk Mistbinder. You're not a Merfolk Mistbinder at all. You're not even a green mana. People ask me why I say the mana's terrible in this deck. Ooh-wee. People ask me why I say the mana's terrible in this deck. This is an example. Like, this actually happens a rather large portion of games. They put on bottom. Stop complaining and draw better. I think the draw was fine. We didn't draw enough creatures, really. We drew 4 creatures. That's 6 lands. We should probably be drawing like 1 more creature to land most games, so. It feels like it's not the greatest match since he is a Settle plus Fumigate deck. Alright, well, I guess if you've got it, you've got it. The positive note is if he plays Settle now, we'll unsummon this guy. It'll fix our lands. We can play both our spells. I don't know how much of a positive thing this is, but yeah, I'm looking for those silver linings. Silver linings go. Alright, I'm just not going to play around Fumigate. Willing to die to Fumigate. I don't think giving them infinite extra turns really helps us either. That one went on bottom again, so like maybe we have one more try at this. It's only got 6 untapped mana, so like at least we don't have to worry about approach this turn. If he's got these in his deck, I'll probably sideboard out deep. Guess that's not good enough here. Let's send 2 things at this in case he has a removal spell. If he's got a third Settle, I just shrug. Say congrats, man. It's technically a 19-point attack, but next turn, which doesn't even kill him. Or, I mean, technically would kill him, but playing this pre-combat was kind of bad. Because now I don't have the option to bounce this, though I would probably bounce Binder anyway. But I didn't even give myself the option. Again, should always give yourself options. So me not giving myself an option is really bad. This one's a 3-row because it flips this turn, so he gets some mana back anyway. See, a lot of people miss that interaction. Or like overvalue the treasure. But I'm bottom again, so I guess there's some chance. Like really trying to dodge Fumigate this turn? Or, you know, like Swelled or any Wrath effect. Not just Fumigate. Chandra's a good one. Maybe he'll tick down on this. Nope, he ticked up for mana. That's not good. And he used the energy for white, so this is Fumigate, and we're dead. And we're dead, folks. Next game. Hard to beat these decks. We're definitely gonna bring in the negates. Actually, gonna take out the Deep Root Waters, I think. I don't think I'm actually worried about trying to save my guys either. Going to treasure maps might be useful. They could have Ixalan's bindings and things as well. Shaper Sanctuary. They don't have a ton of spot removal, do they? So I'm deciding between the Naturalizes and the Shaper Sanctums. Shaper Sanctums seems good versus the Braids, Magma Sprays, Chandra Downticks. It's even fine versus like Cast Outs and Bindings and things. Where Naturalizes is good versus like Treasure Maps, Bindings, Cast Outs, maybe Authority. Probably doesn't have Authority, or if he does, he's probably not going to use it. I think I want some Naturalizes. I don't know if I want them all. Drawing 2 of these seems like it wouldn't go well for me. This card could just do nothing though, right? He could have Baffling End out of the board too, so I'll bring in the other Naturalize. Maybe I could have brought in Essence Scatter. You could have Cat or Glorybringer, but the one bad thing about this deck is like I can't play around Fumigate and Settle. I just die if they have Fumigate and Settle. Like, we basically just have to attack every single turn. Yes, you still lose your mana for your turn, Elect. What is this little dude? Blood Trail. Need a hottie toddy. Why did I not see that? No, you only keep your mana during the phases. So like say I tap my mana in my main phase here. If I don't spend it, see how like we have mana in our, as soon as we go to the beginning of combat, it goes away. So you only keep the mana till the end of the phase. That was kind of bad of me, I think, because the odds are I'm playing this next turn. That way I can double spell on turn 4. So I shouldn't have gave him the option. Or I shouldn't have gave him the information. I said option, but information. No worries, mate. Any questions that you want? If I have the answer, I'm I'll happily give it if I have it. We'll not even pretend to save this guy. I could care less about this guy. It's kind of weird that our double turn 4 play, like, we need to cast this one first, or it costs 5 mana, so we don't get the value out of this. So we need to kind of draw a Merfolk in our next 2 draw steps to get this extra value, but not sure what our opponent's waiting on here, but we've got one little Merfolk getting ready to come across the table, hopefully. So what's everybody into today? Everybody having a good day? Hey, we can attack now. Why, thank you, opponent. Not crossing our fingers and saying, please no Sweltering Sun. Actually, Sweltering Sun this turn would be better for us than Sweltering Sun next turn. Why would he kill that one instead of the other one? Does he have Path of Metals or something? Hey, Grats, 10, what are you playing? What are you smashing those trophies with? Well, we did not draw our Merfolk in our extra draw steps. We just hit lands. Rakdos midrange? Are you mostly the black build or mostly the red build? I don't know what these weird pauses are during his combat step. Yes. Yes, she can. It's the only place she can put it, I think. Let me double check it real quick. Channeler Initiate. I think it has to put the counter on itself. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, you can put it on itself. You can put all three of those counters on itself. They do not have to be. You can put them anywhere though. Alright, well. He's got Sweltering on top of all of his other Wrath effects. I'm willing to lose, I think. Yep, willing to lose, especially if that draw step. It's another game where we drew like 7 lands and 4 creatures, even though we're playing 33% more creatures than lands. The Phoenix is really good. It's like 1-3 black and 2-3 red, sort of. I know that Simon Nilsson had been playing the builds with like God, I can't talk. Derp with like Dread Wanderers and things. Chimera? Hello, friendo. I'm definitely going to play you. I'm going to put the counter on this guy, that way we can still draw a card this turn. Well, killing Gideon's a lot easier on the play. Oh. You said mid-range. That just went over my head. Completely over my head. Yeah, so you're probably playing like... Are you playing something, not this 75, but you're talking about something similar to a deck like this. Not this 75, of course, but like something similar to this? I 5-0'd the only league I played that deck in. It's actually pretty strong in the format. Yeah, the red cards are really expensive right now. Oh, okay, cool. So that's you. I didn't know that. Congratulations, man. I really like the deck list. It worked out well for me when I tried it. So you should share your list when you get a chance. So tap 5, put a 1/1 on all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not particularly. Like, the Phoenixes and Glorybringers are just so good, is the problem. I'm going to put this over here. I'm not sure opponent can actually win if we just set on this negate. He won't have enough mana to double spell next turn. So we're just going to play around settle. If he settles this, fine. I'm not worried about him settling that. Tap 5, untap Merfolk. If he wants to settle it, settle it. Oh, he's going to use Cast Out. I don't care what you cast out. Doesn't change anything for me. Prevents 3 damage next turn, but doesn't affect my game plan of just winning over 2 attack steps. Like, they're really cool, and like some of them can do stuff, but as long as Phoenix and Chandra are around, they're just more efficient. Like Phoenix is so much better than Ripjaw Raptor, and Glorybringers, probably better than Registar. The 12/12's a nice top end, but you can like just put the 12/12 into Phoenix decks. So like all you get to play the dinosaurs efficiently, you have to play all of those like weird mana producers that aren't particularly good if you draw them early in a game. Or sorry, late in the game. So like if you get paired versus a control deck or a deck with a few removal, and they just kill your first couple of mana producers and let you, and you interact as a mid-range deck, you're just interacting at a slower pace than like the decks with flying. So if he has double settle, we can still die. But maybe we'll play around that. I'm not sure. We're just going to go ahead and counterspell that and go on about our day. Let's pop up his list for everybody. Throw her on over here. So like the Rekindling Phoenix and Glorybringers are just super good. Alright, well that's unfortunate. He has Swelter in his deck too, and we lose. Walking Ballista's super good right now. For those who didn't see, he had Swelter as well. I mean, like double rafts, going to always do things. The deck looks kind of neat. I'm definitely going to save this. Thank you for sharing. So this card's still lethal next turn if he doesn't have anything. So, like, I guess that's something. But we played basically the best game we could play there. And it may or may not be good enough depending on his hand. I wanted to go ahead and play this, though, because of Gideon. Obviously, it's worse versus Fumigate. It's the same versus Settle. We're still only attacking with this. I wanted to play it in case he played Gideon. Like I said, I'm not going to attack with it because of Settle. But having it on the table versus Gideon was fine. So it was like only worse versus Fumigate. I think it was only worse versus Fumigate. I'm not sure. So he has a Settle too. Sure. Alright. Well, we still have a lethal attack next turn, so he has to hit another spell. He's played 3 rafts so far this game. It'd be real nice if he doesn't have another. Yeah, so somehow we beat 3 rafts. I'm a fan of this deck. How's the Walking Ballista in the main deck been? Trial Ambition in the sideboard. Got a couple of Cartouche of Anguishes in the sideboard too. Don't have a whole lot to equip them to. It's a pretty solid deck. Alright, so let's move to sideboarding. We certainly don't need this. We certainly don't need this. It's an argument whether we could want these or not, but he has so many sweepers that I don't think they're great. These things actually hit kind of hard. I don't think I'm going to change anything. He just didn't play a lot of spot removal at all. He did show us cast out, so that makes the naturalizes more reasonable. Naturalizes and treasure maps. Or sorry, treasure maps and cast outs, and I assume there's binding somewhere. Yep. Going into game 3 versus all the removal spells. Yeah, some decks are super weak to it. You are right. It does. It scales like nobody's business. All right, well, we're gonna keep this hand. This hand's clearly super weak versus the magical, mystical, like million sweepers, but I don't think we're going to get a hand that isn't weak versus sweepers. So that doesn't even like really play into my mind when I'm like trying to figure these hands out or whatever. We do have a naturalize, which is kind of good. Like maybe we can spike a treasure map. Is it bad that I almost want to kill that card because he didn't play a white mana yet? I'm not going to, though. I'm just going to take the greedier play. I can still play 2 threats next turn. And if he doesn't have Sweltering Suns or whatever, potentially this Deeproot Elemental can get too big. Okay. Well. Go Deeproot Elemental, I guess. Actually, it doesn't get too big, does it? I think we're just going to put it onto one that's attacking this turn. I think they're both attacking, but I want one of them to be bigger than Swelter. That's better than drawing it. All right, cool. So we don't have to worry about Settled Wreckage this turn. That's nice. Mono red and vehicles, lots. Yeah, Cartouche on the Phoenix can go crazy, but yeah, the green white cats, blue white ores. The -1/-1 from it's not irrelevant either. That's pretty good. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Could just put them at 1. It's kind of an interesting turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we killed a treasure map, it could knock them off Fumigate, but it may not knock them off Fumigate. What's the difference between them being at 12 and 4? Probably none. The difference is probably none, right? I think them being at 4 is roughly the same. Harder to play around Settle, I guess, the other way, but I don't think they had Settle. I think I just want to lock them off mana. Does this transform immediately? Or do they have to invest mana into it? Let me read this card. So this doesn't flip immediately, right? So we can see if they want to spend mana on their next turn. Since they think they're going to get the mana back. Pretty sure that's how that works. I do have a chance to naturalize this, right? I'm pretty sure I do. By the way, Electro, thank you for the follow. I don't know if I said it. So we gotta fade some things. Mostly Fumigate, Settle. You know, the things they probably have 8 of. I don't really care if they get the other Scry. I'm wanting them to invest the mana thinking they can get a Scry and then play the Fumigate or whatever. Like, I want them to tap this mana. Like, my goal is them to tap that mana. I don't know if that was the right play, but that was the intended go anyway. They put on top that time, so that's probably a bad sign. But now we know at least if we draw Naturalize, we win. We did not draw Naturalize. Huh. Well then. We'll go ahead and do this. I'm not bluffing anything. They have to play their spell regardless. And I want to be able to attack with lethal while leaving a 4/4 back. This is the only way I can attack with lethal while protecting the 4/4. Because I don't want to just like let them have Swelter. This is obviously bad versus Fumigate, but like if we just attack with like the Deeproot Elite or whatever, and they have Cast Out, like we're asking to die. So I want to be able to swing for lethal through a Cast Out. Because like I said, they're going to play their spell regardless. They can't not play their spell here. We just have to hope that it's not Settle. It looks like it's Settle. Well, that's disappointing though. They might not have an answer to this. Like Gideon's bad for us, Cast Out's bad for us. I think we played the best we could. Unless we should have just put them at 1. Oh no! The game's locking up, that means we win. Oh no, we don't win. What the hell? The game done the freezy thing and we still just lose? Oh, well maybe we don't lose. What the hell did they do versus the speaker? I was gonna say the game locked up, and when the game locks up like that, it's usually somebody conceding. Like right now, I can't do anything. All right, well we managed to get a pity chest. Go us! I didn't expect to win that match. What does our pity chest net us? Oh, Mox Diamond. That's probably worth something. I have no idea, but it's probably worth something. I about didn't notice the Mox Diamond. Alright, anyway, comments on the deck. This isn't the deck, we played it all. We played this thing. TPR V10. So it's worth 15 ticks. Because that was the V10 version, right? Why is Tempest Remastered worth more than just Stronghold? Yeah, so it's worth 15 ticks. Not too bad. Oh, anyway, back to comments on the deck. I hated the Branch Walkers. Like, I'm definitely going to cut these if we replay this deck. I don't know exactly what I would like to fix them with. I definitely feel like I want one more of those. Feels like the best card in the deck, and we wasn't drawing it very often. Also feel like I just want another one of these as well. Like this card, getting early plays or being able to play 2 spells on turn 3 seems pretty relevant. That'd probably be where I started. I'm not sure about the deep waters, the deep root waters. They didn't seem particularly good to us, but like we didn't get paired versus the matches that we really want them in. This card was okay, but it wasn't great. Maybe Lifecraster's Bestiary could be better. I still think I'm fine with having both of these in the sideboard. Think I want another Essence Scatter. Well, apparently I don't own a Lifecraster's Bestiary because I'm poor white trash. Think something like this is what I might would run in the next one. Yeah, you could be right. The unsummons might not be right. I had a lot of success with this build, but it was like earlier in the season before decks started getting more tuned. Like this was just a lot earlier in the season. These spell pierces were absolutely insane. Having the 12/1 drops, being able to like consistently play a spell on turn 1, turn 2, and then play double spell on turn 3 was like just like really hard for opponents to beat. Then we had some protection from like settles and fumigates and stuff like that, and the spell pierces in the main. This deck actually overperformed for me, but I think the meta's changed enough now that like Jade Bearers just aren't very good. And like Jade Bearers aren't really a 1-drop, right? Like they're good to play on turn 3, but they're terrible to play on turn 1. But yeah, this deck, this was the build I was on. This is what I'm like trying to update over here. I think I just kind of want a 4th negate too, maybe. I'm not sure. But no, I think I agree with you, Tin. I believe this is where I would start if I was going to play another league with Merfolk tonight. There's a lot of 3-drops though. Like maybe this card's just not good enough. Like so many builds play it though that like it feels to me like it almost has to be good enough if like a million different builds are going to play it. I'm not sure. But either way, that is definitely going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to hop off. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm thinking about going out tomorrow, which means I could be back for a late night stream. Like protecting a creature is okay, but I don't think it really does what I want. Like I've saw a few people play them, but they've never really been what I've wanted. I think I agree with you. I think Merfolk just isn't where you want to be right now. Maybe I need to Jade Bearer versus the Mono Red matches, but like, if you're on the plane, you have like a Deep Root Water on 3. No, Deep Root. I just don't think I want Deep Root Water. I feel like this needs to be either Jade Bearer, Branch Walker, or Blossoming Defense. Not sure. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to hop off here. I appreciate all of you guys for following. Keep in mind that I do stream every single day, and I stream almost entirely standard. If you really like what you're seeing, throw us a follow and click the links below the stream to my YouTube, where you can find all of our past broadcasts, and a link to my Twitter, where you can see me argue with people every time we go live, all the deck lists we play. But it is eating time. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate you sharing the list with us, Tin. I'm definitely going to check into it. Might actually play it in Paper Magic tomorrow if I go out. Oh wait, no, I don't own Killing Phoenixes. I cannot play it in Paper Magic because I am white trash. But anyway, thank you guys so much. And again, I like how my thing went away. Thank you for the sub, Helen. Helen. I can't pronounce things. I apologize. Thank you so much, though. That's highly appreciated. And take care, everybody. We outie. Yeah, I said outie, and now I feel bad. You as well. Congrats on the 5-0.